Hi, in this video, I'll be presenting my latest creation, an RC airplane launcher, specifically designed for smaller aircraft, so I won't have to throw them anymore. Searching RC plane launcher in the search bar, the first box that appeared was something called an RC plane launcher by Quad Cells. This looked very nice. It looks like there's bungee cords, a nice rod, some spikes to hold the launcher in the ground, and a step launching mechanism. Obviously, I found some small issues. I noticed that the launch mechanism, there's really some weird way to attach it. So I went down to find some makes, and luckily for me, there was one make by Slowjo170. Also credit to him. And so basically, he said that he made a few changes. Yes, the top rail made it longer. I was very thankful for that, as some of my planes that are small are quite lengthwise. And then I liked how he also experimented with different bungee cords, 1/4, like 1/4 diameter, 3/16 diameters, 1/8 diameters. That was pretty nice of him, and all the 3/16 basically worked for me as well. And then the launching mechanism, that was pretty well made. I made a few adjustments of my own, which will be shown later. Anyways, so this is where I basically took the inspiration from of building an RC plane launcher. Thank you to Slowjo170 and Quad Cells for giving me ideas and a design. Right here, I have my launcher, and I have made a few modifications from Slowjo170 design and Quad Cell. So here we have the launching mechanism. This was the number one priority for me, where the original design had a pin to latch on, and then you had to also push this down to launch. Well, yes, I still did the push down configuration, but now there's no pin. Instead, you have two 3D printed parts along with a screw in the middle. So basically, now they're connected. You still have your spring here to push it back up. And so it's much simpler than having a pin that I really didn't know how to connect to this 3D printed part. And this helped me a lot in modifying. Along with this, I also took some balsa wood instead of the recommended metal steel. Honestly, I did not want to spend more money on this. My budget was running a little low. So yeah, and then also I really liked these holes here. You could peg along with having the spikes to stabilize it. You could have pegs and just nail it into the ground. And then also here, the cart where an airplane sits. I can show you an example. Like if it were to sit on here, how that would work. There's basically a hook on the bottom of the airplane. It hooks on. You can move this around smoothly because there's wheels on the bottom and they're not like completely tightened on the metal rod. And then so that was pretty good as well. I would say that I love this whole design. Basically, it allowed for really easy connection and holding it down, which is pretty nice, as there's a little edge here that just goes into the hole. Also, I think I designed this part. Originally, it was completely flat, and so when I launched it the first time, the part actually went flying off with one of these legs remaining. So I made a triangular shape. I made it thicker. I added screw holes, and so basically it screwed into this mount, the cart right here, and that was actually pretty stable, and it did work. Again, I also like this a lot. I added some hot glue here so that when the cart went to slam over here, it would be fine. Additionally, to add more protection, I added a kind of like a TPU cylinder so it could absorb the energy instead of possibly slowly breaking this apart. Again, I really like the spikes. They were pretty nice. There's some rods here. I put some zip ties for some more enforcement, as I'm pretty sure they would have fallen off after a few rounds. The bungee cord is not on for now because I don't want to test it right now. And yeah, it's kind of difficult to pull back on this like completely, especially when these bungee cords are wrapped around these pulleys. And so yeah, that's basically it for my modification and how I did. A clip of my plane launching from the launcher. As this person steps on the pedal, the hook releases, letting the cart fly. Basically, when weight is applied on this pedal, it drags this section down, and this section drags the hook up, making the spring compress, getting shorter. Further, when this hook is released from the cart, the bungee cords release all their energy, pulling this cart up extremely fast, which eventually launches the plane as the cart hits the end of the rod. A very satisfying view. 3, 2, 1, go. That's about it for this video. Thank you for watching.